Hello and welcome to another edition of Health Matters.
And Health Focus.
I am Anna Marie Sinatra.
And I am Eva San Marco.
And yes, this is a crossover show. We've been doing so many crossover shows that we might as well just say, welcome to Focus
on Health Matters.
We're spinning it up just a little bit. We have a great time partnering together to bring you amazing information on all the good stuff that's going out there in the Western New York area. And I am so excited. Wait till I tell them who's here today. Okay. You hear me talk about her every single week. But before I introduce you to our guest, let me also thank Marge Reed from the Healing Spa, where she is doing, yes, you've heard me talk about it before, non-surgical facelifts. You know, when you get up there in age just a little bit, or am I still a spring chicken?
Yeah.
No.
Yes,
okay.
You are.
All right, fine.
Young at heart.
She uses microcurrents to work on the face, to tighten up the muscles, tighten up the skin, make you look a little bit younger. And she does a variety of different things, color and light therapy, and she's a Reiki master, and she does oxygen therapy. So give her a call and tell her you heard about her on Health Matters and Health Focus crossover show. Now you hear me talk about Kim from Mr. Frank's Barbershop, Beauty Shop, and Day Spa, where I tell you she's working real hard to try to make me look beautiful. That's your cue, Ava, where you go.
Oh, yes,
okay.
Listen, you look beautiful.
So guess what? She is here with us today, so I'm not going to go through the little spiel that I usually do, because you're going to get to hear questions and answers from her directly. Welcome, Kim.
Hi, how are you?
Today?
Really good. So excited that you're here.
Yeah, me
And
too.
looking quite beautiful, too, I might add.
Thank you.
Yeah, I love your hair, what you
Thank
did
you.
with it. Very nice.
You always see me working.
I know. I was going to say that, you know, when you go to the beauty salon, unfortunately, they're always working so hard to make us beautiful that sometimes her hair is tied back or doesn't have makeup on because she's got to work so hard on us.
Yeah, that's how it is with hairstylists sometimes, huh? Yeah.
Hard working.
Yes. So Kim, before, I know you have so much to share. I'm so excited about all these different things, but first tell me, because I always say, you know, and I had it written down before, the guy from Italy who came, and you get your products from Italy and you get the latest cutting styles and all that stuff. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, they're one of our companies that we purchase our products from, and it's one of the latest hair coloring companies that are in the area. Forever, your coloring was based on a 20 volume developer, whereas the newer colors are based on a 0 volume of developer.
Does that mean that it's healthier for your hair?
It's healthier for your hair.
I like
it
that.
doesn't it's not as damaging to the cuticle. So our goal as hairdressers is to keep your hair as healthy as possible, but in the same time, you know, achieving the color that you would like.
That's awesome. And the styles too. You've got those latest styles coming out of Milan.
Yeah. So
Did he speak Italian too?
no.
I tell her I only know all the bad ones.
Yeah.
You grew up in Italian home.
Yeah. So that's what, you know, the Italian hair colors are formulated more on the 0 developers as opposed to a 20 volume.
I know you're educating me every time that I come to see you, and we've talked about the condition of my hair, and because of when you're growing it out all the time and coloring it and doing hot irons and all kinds of stuff. I'm going to tell all my secrets, but you have to work hard at keeping it nice and healthy for me.
Well, it is important because healthy hair is workable hair. If it's damaged, there's really trying to repair it is costly. And so it's our job to keep it healthier so that it doesn't cost the clients more and more and more.
And one of the things you had said to me when you came on, you wanted to help educate our viewers on how to keep their costs low.
Right.
Tell us about that.
Well, what we've been doing at Mr. Frank's is running a lot of in-salon specials. Not so much, you know, advertising in papers and things like that, but we run in-salon special, daily specials we offer our clients the sale of gift certificates that they can purchase, that they could actually use on themselves. It's not always just a gift to give to someone, but a gift to yourself, which can offer tremendous savings so that you can keep coming. You know, our goal in business is to have clients be able to afford to keep coming.
Oh, that's nice.
So
good.
the
Very
communication has to be open. To your hairdresser. We would much rather that you communicate with us. If you're having a hard time being able to afford to come, talk to your hairdresser, talk to us. Like for the summer months, we run pedicure, manicure specials. You know, we do offer, you know, types of coloring that maybe you're not getting as much color. And they're all little ways to help save money so that you can.
Why are the professional products so expensive, though? Really?
Well, there's a big difference in professional products. You see that there's a lot of professional products on the market at this time where you can go and purchase them at a retail store as opposed to in the salon. Generally, the ones in the salons are the quality of the product. Is much nicer. The ingredients that are used are truer. We were discussing this the other day about like when you buy something on the market and it may say no ammonia. Well, it might not have ammonia, but it might have something similar to ammonia. That okay, they said no ammonia. There isn't any ammonia, but there is something in there that is working as ammonia would work.
And like you said too, if they say, what did you tell me? Something about just because they say natural, if they put a natural product in there, doesn't mean that the whole thing is natural.
Right.
There could be other things in there that you got to really read that label.
Right. Ingredients is the most important thing. I think the most important thing is our hair is on an alkalinity scale.
As opposed to an acid, you mean?
Right, right. And you like to keep it neutral. We all like to keep it neutral. That's what keeps it healthy. Well, if you're using a product that's high in alcohol, it's going to raise it. You know, if you're using a product that's sometimes too low in a cleansing agent or something, a conditioning agent, it could weigh it down. So speaking with your hairdresser and getting to know the products that she uses or the salon uses is really an education. It's not something that, you know, you should just have a bottle of shampoo put in front of you and be told this is something you should purchase.
I learned that kind of the hard way too, using all natural products. Really dried out and stripped my hair down, I think, by the time I got to you, because I needed certain things to get into my hair to feed my hair as I keep growing it out.
That's interesting because I never knew our hair as being alkaline.
Oh yes. Yes.
Wow, I learned something today.
So it's really important that, and you can go into an area or a business, a salon, and there's 500, you know, different shampoos and colors and conditions. You don't know which one to use. It's very important that your hairdresser knows
what you need,
what your hair needs, and that's what's important to us at Mr. Frank's is that you get your hair gets what it needs.
And what's really interesting too is that sometimes you'll have me come in between to put treatments on my hair to treat it, that you don't do it right before or after color because of certain things. So you really there's an art to it. If you want your hair to look really good, you got to go to the person who knows how to take care of it.
And know their product. Product is very important.
Yes.
And that's the difference, you know, between, you know, buying a bottle of shampoo on your own and reading just the front of it, whereas we read the back of it. That's, we know what's in there.
Right, right.
So that's
Now,
the
one of the
difference.
other things that I was able to experience at your place of business was a medical pedicure.
Right,
Because
right.
I'm gonna share a little bit here now. I had an ingrown toenail, and I had to go to a podiatrist and just about like had it operated on. And I thought, oh my goodness, what's that about? And the doctors are good because they take care of it and they tell you as much as they can, but you're in and out quick. But when I came to you, Kim, it was like a whole nother, because I've had these quickie pedicures, and we'll say those are good if you're looking to make your toes look pretty in the summer. But this medical one was so much different, and I felt so good afterwards, and I learned how to take care of my toenails better too, so that doesn't happen again.
Right.
So tell us a little bit. Yeah. So
Well,
tell us.
the key to a good pedicure is to really soften the toenails. We tend to give you plenty of time to soak your feet in.
Inside of a chair, let me tell you too, that massages you. She comes in and says, "Are you ready yet?" I'm like, "No, just 5 more minutes," because it's this big, huge black leather chair that massages your back and your neck, and your feet are in the bubbles.
Listen,
It's so much fun.
Yes. So the main part is to make sure that the toenails are softened enough that we can get at them to cut your toenails properly.
Properly, there's the key.
Yes. There's, it's not
Cutting
just
my
about
toenails properly.
the filing in the nail polish. It's the cutting the toenail properly so that you don't get the ingrown toenails.
Yeah. Did I
And-
learn something?
Right. And
I'm
a lot of
surprised I didn't get one sooner than this.
Yeah. A lot of times when you do go to the podiatrist, they will cut your toenails a certain way so that your toenails do not
exactly.
grow inward.
They cut them, I guess, long.
Right.
Yes.
Right. So
That's what he did with me.
Oh, you do too?
And I'm
We're
going to
telling
share
our
I have a fungus toenail that I have to go to.
Ah.
And what causes that? I mean,
the
what,
fungus
yeah,
is
under the
moisture under the toenail.
Ah.
A lot of times that will happen. It should grow out, but it could take years.
Wow.
I mean, a lot of times a fungus is not something that's cured overnight.
No.
The fungus gets under there, and it's almost like a water bath because we hold moisture under our toenails.
Wow.
So it takes a while for that fungus to grow out, and sometimes, believe it or not, it can be caused from damaging your toenail. It doesn't necessarily mean that it could be a constant pressure on your toenail that's
From the
allowing
shoes.
from your shoes.
But I'm
or-
smiling. You saw me go like this because I bought one of those little over-the-counter pedicure, manicure things. And when I told Kim that, it has a battery, and I'm like,
Did it work?
Well,
She's,
yes and
she's
no.
tough on her.
I know.
She
I'm
goes-
telling too much on myself. You have to be careful. That's the bottom
Yeah,
line,
you
because
do.
these things, she started telling me about, you can't just be popping this stuff on your nails and, filing them down, something about the nail bed, and if it breaks, and then that's when the fungus can get in and all kinds of problems.
Right.
So I gave it away. I gave it away, and I said, I'm not touching my toenails or my fingernails with any kind of machines
So
anymore.
you let your friend do it.
I'm letting now I'm only letting you do it.
No, use your tool now.
That is so funny. But it's good to know too, not only can we try to do things to help ourselves, and we could hurt ourselves more, again,
Right.
talking
Yes,
to the
exactly.
professional.
Right.
And then I was laughing too when I was thinking about when I was in this big chair, getting the massage, and my feet were soaking in the bubbles, and my phone rang. So I was on the phone. We have our cell phones with us everywhere we go. So my phone rang. I was talking on there, and she came in. She started to do my feet. I went, oh, I was like, I gotta go, I'll call you back. I didn't just hung up on the person I was talking to, because you use special stuff on the feet to get, like you said, all that dead skin off.
Right, right. There are products that we use to help take the calluses off and work the areas on your feet that the skin builds up to become a little thicker. And but it has to be worked off. It just does not fall off easily. It has to be
Right.
worked off.
Yeah, well, I learned a lot. I always had cute little feet, and now I can keep my cute little feet with Kim's help.
Well, it should always be educational when you sit down in someone's chair or they're about to perform a service. I always feel it's wise to have them educate you as the client on what they're going to do.
Well, yeah, that's good. That's important, right?
It is really nice. And, you know, we talk about all kinds of things to help us to feel better. And, you know, this might feel like a kind of a surface conversation, but you know what? This helps too when you pamper yourself a little bit and you get your hair colored or cut or, yeah, it really helps give you a boost. I know because, you know, everybody has their little down times. And when you got someone like Kim to go into and you talk and, you know, you get spruced up a little bit, you feel a little bit better. Yeah, so treat
Especially
yourself.
the massage.
Yeah, that chair. Oh, that chair is nice. So tell us a little bit more about some of these things you were talking about, some special services when you're short on money.
Well, what we find is, you know, people have been coming in and they'll say, okay, we can't get they're getting their hair highlighted. Highlights are a very popular service right now, that they cannot afford to get their highlight this month. So what we offer is just a partial highlight. Partial highlights are not quite as expensive as full highlighting, and that will get you through another couple of months so that you don't have to necessarily have your whole head highlighted.
Wow.
The other nice thing is, like I said, look for in-salon specials. Like we offer where you buy one gift certificate at regular price, and then you purchase another one, but you get it for half price. So being that you're allowed to use those on yourself, you will, you know, we can time it properly to where you're getting your major highlights during your holiday or maybe a vacation. It just helps to get you through rather than thinking that I can't afford to do this.
You really care about your clients.
Yes,
She really
yes,
she does.
yes, and that's what it should be. You know, but I always have. You know, it's always been a great. I love them, all of them.
Oh, that is so
you know,
sweet. And you've been there a long time now. Mr. Frank started off. Tell the story. I know this story. It's so sweet.
Well, Mr. Frank's has been in existence for 48 years. It was my father's. He was Mr. Frank, and he was a local barber in Lackawanna. And then I went into business with him about 25 years ago.
That's so sweet.
And we started out in just a small area that we rented. And then 12 years ago, I purchased a building up the street at 1780 Abbott Road. And now we do the day spa. You know, we offer a lot more services, and trying to keep it going. It's been interesting. It's been an interesting.
It's a new day and time, isn't it?
Yes, the interesting business adventure. It's been a lot of fun, but it's been some heartache too, especially with the economy trying to.
Yes.
You know, that's why we like to offer specials and help out the customers. And you'd be amazed at when you go into a hair salon what networking could be going on inside. You know, and that's what we try to do. We try to.
And it's such a nice atmosphere there. You have it fixed up so beautiful, and everybody's so friendly. And what's nice too is you highlight a couple of people who make jewelry and who bring jewelry in, and purses. And then during the holidays, whatever holiday it is, Kim has her homemade chocolates there.
Yeah, the chocolate.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, real nice, because I always buy someone on there. I wind up eating way too much of it. It is so
You're a woman
good.
of many, many talents.
Oh, well, the busy woman. You know, we have to nowadays.
That's right.
To accommodate, yes.
Yeah.
It's very important in a salon too if people are very friendly.
Oh yeah.
Because you want it relaxed. You don't want to, you want everybody
We
to
are.
get
We're a
along.
very friendly salon. My employees that work there, they're wonderful girls. I can't say enough nice things about them. They've
are.
been with me for a long time.
And they share their food too. Last time I was there, I brought my little salad. I was trying to cut back, a little bit. And I heard somebody say, "We're going to order a spinach pizza." They said, "Kim, you want in?" And she said, "Yeah." And I go, "Yeah, me too."
Yeah. Spinach pizza. Oh, that sounds good.
Oh, it's good.
So they share their food too.
Yeah. We like when they join in.
That's nice. So what else do you want to tell us about too, to make sure we don't miss anything? Is there anything else that you want to touch on or talk about? I know that you do manicures. We talked about the pedicures, manicures, and you have massage therapy. You have different people in there doing different things.
No, just, like I said, I think in today's day and age, the most important thing is to communicate with your hairstylist, whether it's at Mr. Frank's or any hairstylist. Just communicate with them, let them know where you're coming from. I'm sure all of us would much rather that the business stays where it's at, and just to communicate with your hairdresser.
Yeah, because you get to know your clients on a personal basis sometimes too, because they come, month after month, year after year, and you kind of get to be familiar with them.
Yes,
Sure.
Yes, very much so.
And they kind of get to be like your family.
Yeah, it's true.
Yep.
It's true.
It really is true. It's nice.
They are. They do. You spend more time with them.
Yes, yes, you do.
True.
You know about their family, and they know about your family, and what's happened. And,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, then it gets to be nice after a while, because after you get to know somebody, they know their likes and dislikes. And
what's
like
nice?
that.
What's nice there too is, as I said when I was in the room for the pedicure, the between everything that was going on, it's loud in there, so you don't hear all the people talking in the background. I was trying to call Kim. I was saying something to her. She came in. She says, "You're yelling so loud, the whole place can hear you." I said, "Oh, that's right. I forgot, because it's so loud in that room. You don't hear all the voices in the back." And I know when you do massages, because that's what some people get concerned about sometimes, that if a lot's going on, you don't get that quiet. But you have you have 3 floors. So if you're getting a massage, there's different rooms, different floors, all kinds of stuff going on at Mr. Frank's. Yeah.
Always something going on.
Absolutely.
Yes. Always something going on.
Mr. Frank.
Yeah.
And I know that you also, when the Italian gentleman came in, that you and your staff did this, you went to a conference or something to learn
It was
all the
hair
newest
show.
a hair show.
Yes.
Oh, where was that?
It was at the oh my God, I forgot.
Well, it was somewhere. It was
I
somewhere.
think it was at the
And you did the point is that you got like the latest cutting techniques.
Yes, he came in from Milan, Italy. That's where he was from.
Sure, that's the latest. Yeah, that's great.
Yes.
That's where all your latest, the runway models and all the greatest stuff that's
I
going on.
It
A lot
was
of
at
culture with that, too.
Salvatore's. Salvatore's.
Yeah.
Yes, Salvatore's.
So it was a day
Yes.
long.
Yeah, oh yeah, on a Sunday, all day on a Sunday.
Wow.
They served us lunch. It was nice.
How nice.
Yeah.
And you learned all the cutting edge, latest trends and hairstyles.
Yes, they were very high color. He was very into coloring, and that's what we colored mannequins, and that's where we learned about the 3. There's a 3-bladed scissor coming out.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So we learned about the 3-bladed scissor.
Now that's in Milan already, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
See, they're
Oh,
ahead
you
of
heard
us.
about it too.
Yeah, I was on. They said something about it on TV.
One of the shows.
Yeah, one of the shows.
One of our rival shows.
Yeah, our rival shows.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, but it's good. A lot of hairdressers keep up with all their education. It's important to do that. It sort of gives you like a new, something new to try on the customers.
And that's a good point, to ask your hairdresser, what kind of certifications she has, what kind of things she's trained in, he or she, so that you know who you're going to and what kind of services that you're paying for.
Don't you have to go 1,000 hours, they say?
That's to get your license.
Yeah, they always told me 1,000 hours.
Yeah, 1,000 hours. That's to get your
For cosmetology.
Yes, that's to get your license.
Wow.
Yeah, and then the barbering license, that's something totally different too.
Ah.
I am also a licensed barber. I did take my barber exam. That was interesting.
A lot of guys come in and out too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
So that's interesting because we do have the barbering techniques along with the hairdressing techniques that your skills are a little more fine-tuned.
Interesting. Well, Kim, we are winding right down to the last minute. So is there anything that you didn't say that you want to get out real quick?
No, just thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. You work hard at trying to keep me beautiful. I say that every time. Kim's working real hard at trying to keep me beautiful, and I appreciate that very much. Thank you for sponsoring this show.
You're
and
welcome.
Thank you for coming in and helping our viewers know on how they could save money and questions they can ask to help to educate them. We appreciate that.
Not
Thank
a problem.
you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So you heard it all again. Now here it is. You've got all the information. Information is power. Only if you get into action. You got to make a phone call. You got to call and talk to the people that you see on the show. You have to ask them questions. You have to make an appointment. You have to get up off that couch after you watch the show and get into action.
That's right, Anne-Marie. You're absolutely right. And we'd like to thank our other sponsors, Bennett Health and Wellness, Dr. Bennett, MD. Also, Dr. Doris Rapp. She's a pediatric allergist. Also, Western New York Imaging Associates. Dr. Frank. I always want to call him
Dr.
Joe.
Joe. I know he looks like a Joe. Dr. Frank Mascaro.
He has the most up-to-date diagnostic imaging equipment. He's also communicated. Also dedicated to the community and to this show.
Yep, he's been sponsoring us for a long time. And you find his equipment everywhere in places that you don't even know besides Lockport MRI,
1010 MRI,
Western New York MRI. He's in breast health, urban family practice. Where's some of the, Parish Commons. In a lot of these facilities, he has his equipment. And I always tell that little story about I'm all the way out in the South Towns, and when I needed imaging for something, my doctor sent me all the way into Western New York MRI on Genesee Street because he said they have the best equipment there. So we are these are just our opinions, our guests, their opinions, but our opinions matter. So call him, make an appointment when you need to, when your doctor wants to send you somewhere. And Dr. Bennett, aren't they amazing? Here you have a medical doctor who's a holistic
health practitioner.
Yes. As you heard Ava talk about Dr. Rapp, who, if you haven't heard from her, Google her. She's a famous author, written several books about allergies. And Dr. Bennett, she's like handed the baton to him. So now he's taking over that. And when he takes medical insurance, so when you go to see him, you can be covered as well as learning about alternative and complementary therapies.
Yes.
You got all kinds of stuff going on there, but the only way you're going to know is if you call him. And by the way, every time I talk to them, they say, you are calling. He's so excited. Everybody keeps telling him, I saw you on TV. So keep those letters coming, keep your emails coming, your texts, your calls. If you think you want to be on the show, give us a call and let us know. And call our sponsors and let them know that you saw it right here on Focus
on Health Matters.